Hello, my name is Jackson Kliewer, and you are watching the Tiger Hiline online. This is the first episode of the new school year, and we have 6 great stories to bring you. The stories are Artapalooza, the EAT Recycling Club, the Bettendorf football game, a vox pop on who will win the Super Bowl, the Iowa State Base Experience, and the Waterloo Writing Project. The first story is by myself, about Artapalooza. Downtown Main Street was bursting with art and Iowans last September 8th as the annual Cedar Falls Artapalooza began with an immense number of people roaming the sidewalks and children dashing to the arts and crafts. Many groups of friends gathered together to appreciate the fantastic paintings made by Cedar Falls artists, which decked the festival in a beautiful array of colors. Also including a large amount of other forms of art, such as pottery, much of the artist community were represented. Both human and non-human individuals could appreciate the creations, of course, as our community is not known for exclusion. Some of those who sadly could not make it sent creations made from their own fleeces to still participate, while others immensely enjoyed the constant pettings. At many locations, such as World's Window, volunteers helped bring the festival to life.
It's one of the ways I can give back to the community through volunteering with World's Window because they're a non-profit. All the workers in this store are volunteers, so it gives me joy to be able to come in and just work with them. I think what I expect the community to learn is being able to appreciate different talents in terms of art, just being aware that we do have talent in the community and they do need their support.
For children, an abundance of activities were provided, such as Legos, face painting, and balloon animals. Soon enough, the festival welcomed the high school band to play some jazz music for Cedar Falls. Among the musicians was Shelby Condit.
It was hotter than I thought it was going to be, so I wore long sleeves, but it was lots of fun. We had a really good crowd, and they were really nice, and they clapped for us. This is actually like my first performance with the Berries, so that was a lot different than what I'm used to, I guess, but I think it was a really good experience. I think next year is going to be really good.
Another student musician, William Sims, is happy to be a part of Artapalooza.
I think it's good to get to see, for the community to see what the children of our generation, as you may call them, are getting to do at the high school. Instead of just having to go to concerts at the high school, we can kind of give back to the sport that they give to us by performing at these sorts of events. And it's really a fun experience to get to do that.
Through the smiling faces and beautiful art, one cannot help but be reminded of how amazing Cedar Falls is, a community of caring citizens who can gather together to see what their fellow neighbors have created, while taking in their city's music. This has been Jackson Kliewer for the Tiger Hiline Online. This next story is by Vilae about the EAT Recycling Club.
Starting this year, Cedar Falls High School has a brand new club for students interested in recycling and making our school more environmentally friendly. They started to come up with ideas 2 weeks ago, and the results can already be seen. Posters all over the walls, recycling boxes in every classroom, and composting. Their biggest project now is to reduce the number of buses that come every day nearly empty.
Our club does a lot of different efforts to raise awareness of the pollution that is going on around the world. One of the first things that we did in the club was we each had a project of making a poster that inspired other kids to not only join the club but to be more aware of what's going on around them. Some kids wrote facts about pollution going on around the world. They drew inspiring pictures to help demonstrate that the earth is in trouble. It's not just a problem that somebody can just ignore. It's a problem that needs facing, and it needs people to help.
So one of my main goals when starting the club was educating the people here. So if I can get 20 students at this high school to have the same passion about the environment that I have, they can spread that knowledge and that passion to all the other people in their lives. And it's like a tree, like a couple branches start here and it branches more and more.
The best step to start with is to raise awareness of the issues that more or less are already affecting us every day. The Recycling Club really stands for this idea, and they even have some plans for the future.
At the beginning of the year, we came up with a huge list of project ideas that we all brainstormed. And there's only about 20 people in the club, so we're working on 4 projects right now. And once we get those done, we'll go to the next project and the next project and the next project. My goal would be to get as much done as we possibly can. I know it's hard for high school students fitting everything into the day. There are other classes, other priorities, but I've told the group multiple times, whatever they put into this club is what they're going to get out of it.
This is Vilae reporting for the Tiger Hiline.
This next story is by Colby Coonradt about the Bettendorf football game.
Number 2 ranked Bettendorf Bulldogs face off against the number 3 overall Cedar Falls Tigers in a battle in the Unidome in front of thousands of fans. I met with Brad Rummer to discuss today's game plan.
Well, we knew it was going to be a battle, and we knew it was going to be tough defending the quarterback, and their quarterback's a heck of a player. He's made plays on his feet this year and last year, and he was a problem. But we talked to our kids; they just got to hang in there, and we got to make big plays when we get the opportunity to. And
the Tigers start off their drive with a big completion to Logan Wolf on the sideline. With the Tigers knocking on the door of the end zone, Kale Lusher is sacked by the Bettendorf defense. With the first drive of the Bettendorf offense, Alex Paxson picks off a drop pass and returns it for a pick 6. Bettendorf quarterback Carter Bell finds themselves near the end zone, swiftly moves around the Cedar Falls defense, but is finally brought down by Jack Campbell, and they are forced to kick a field goal, which puts the Tigers up by 4. After a fumble by the Tigers recovered by Bettendorf, Bettendorf finds themselves with the balls again, and a big game by Austin Collar puts them near the red zone. A curl pass caught by Tyler Kia puts them inside the 10-yard line near the end zone. With a rush by Carter Bell puts him inside the 1-yard line of the end zone. Carter Bell punches the ball in for Bettendorf's first score of the game. The score is 10-7 now. Logan Wolf leaves the CF Tigers drive with a big wildcat formation gain. Another big catch from Logan Wolf puts him at great field position near the 50-yard line. A toss to Bo Gross is stopped by the Bettendorf defense. On a big third down conversion, Kale Lusher throws deep to Jackson Ferricks for a huge gain. One play later, Kale Lusher drops back, throws to Logan Wolf on a slant route, and runs down the sideline, juking a Bettendorf DB and scores a touchdown. On Bettendorf's drive after the huge Tiger touchdown, Trey Weimer with a strip sack and recovered by CF after a pump by the CF Tigers. Bettendorf with the ball once again. Carter throws deep to Terrion Porter for the touchdown. With Bettendorf receiving the halftime kick, they start with a reverse to Terrion Porter that is stopped by the Cedar Falls defense and forces The CF Tigers drive down the field and find themselves inside the 30-yard line. And with a pass to Logan Wolf with a sliding catch puts them inside the 10. A run by running back Bo Gross puts the Tigers inside the 1-yard line. Kale Loescher then punches it in for the CF Tigers touchdown. Bettendorf starts their drive. After the Tigers touchdown, the Passaterian Porter is stopped and brought down by Tate Johnson. After a Bettendorf punt, the Tigers march up the field to the 50-yard line as Kale Loescher drops back and throws to Jackson Ferris, which is just over his head. After the incompletion, Bettendorf sacks Kale Loescher. Bettendorf starts their drive after the Tigers punt, but is being swarmed by the Tigers defense as Carter Bell tries to avoid them. He is brought down by linebacker Jack Campbell. Plays later, Carter Bell drops back and throws to junior tight end Noah Abbott with the circus one-handed grab. Gives a huge gain to the Bettendorf offense. After the one-handed catch was brought back from a penalty, Carter Bell takes matters into his own hands with a 20-yard gain down the sideline. With Bettendorf now in the Tigers' red zone, Carter Bell throws to wide receiver Terry Porter but is deflected by Logan Wolf. Bettendorf with another opportunity to score. Carter Bell fakes the option, tries to rush in himself but is stopped by the sea of red. Bettendorf with another chance to score. Carter throws to Noah Ebba but drops the pass. Carter Bell in disbelief. Once again, Carter Bell takes matters into his own hands by rushing into the end zone for the touchdown. Carter Bell on 19 rushing attempts finished with 127 rushing yards. Bettendorf now inside their own 5-yard. Austin Keller breaks a tackle and gains about 10 yards on the big rush. On a crucial third down conversion, Carter Bell steps up but is tackled by the Cedar Falls linebackers and is forced to punt. After the Bettendorf punt, Kale Loescher hands the ball off to Bo Gross, who finds a hole in the middle of the field for about a 15 to 20-yard gain. Kale Loescher drops back and throws an out route to Logan Wolf, who jukes a defender, breaks a tackle, leaps into the end zone, and gives the Tigers another 6 points. Following the touchdown, Logan Wolf attempts a wildcat 2-point conversion, runs to the outside, jukes a defender, breaks a tackle, breaks another one, dives into the end zone, and gets the pylon. Huddle Sideline is an app that takes live coverage from the game and sends it down to the sideline so coaches and players can analyze the game footage.
That impacted today's victory?
I think it does. I think it impacts all the time because we're not guessing how they're lining up. Before it's on vision only and what you're getting from the press box and saying, hey, he's shaded here, he's shaded there. Well, this gives you the true slow it down and you can actually see where players are and what they're trying to get accomplished on the defense.
As the Bettendorf offense starts what seems to be their last drive, Carter Bell throws a nearly picked once again by Alex Paxton, but is dropped by the receiver. Days later, Carter Bell runs to the left, spins around, throws to the right, but is tipped and caught. Interception by Tyson French, which almost seals the game for the Tigers. With less than 10 seconds left, Bettendorf has one last hope to get in the end zone. Carter Bell drops back, shakes a defender, shakes another, breaks a tackle, is running down the sideline. It almost looks as if he'll score, breaks another tackle, down to the 30-yard line, then finally is brought down by the Tigers. After the game, I met with Coach Brad Remmert to discuss today's victory.
And look at the end. Tyson French made a heck of a play on a tip and a pick, and I thought our quarterback checked us into some great pass plays when they brought the blitz that gave us extra downs, gave us put points on the board. So gutty effort by our kids. Everybody around played awesome tonight.
As the CF Tigers break it down, walking out the field, The crowd gives them a standing applause for playing such an excellent game. The CF Tigers still remain undefeated.
This Vox Pop is by Happel about who will win the Super Bowl.
Either the Eagles or the Patriots again. I mean, they just have a good team. The Patriots still have all their weapons, like Tom Brady, Rob Gronkowski. I mean, to be honest, Tom Brady just makes all the receivers look good, but I mean, they still have a good team.
My name is Jackson Gutnick. Well, I think the Vikings. I might be a little biased, but I would think the Vikings are favorites to win because they're solid all around, and we just got the second most accurate kicker of all time. So that should help us with the special teams. And we have a nasty front line on defense, and Kirk Cousins is already playing really well and is worth the money.
Minnesota Vikings, Stephon Diggs is one of the top 10 receivers. Well, they got Dan Bailey as a kicker now, so.
Probably the Jaguars. They got a really good defense, and their offense is consistent, and they have a good running back.
This story is by Jack Jorgensen about the Iowa State base experience.
After a long week of hitting the books, the Iowa State students rushed down to Jack Trice Stadium and tailgate with friends and family and watch the Iowa State play their opponent. But it is not about winning for these fans, it is about the whole experience. Former Iowa State head basketball coach Fred Hoiberg will explain his personal experience.
I think the Iowa State atmosphere is as good as any atmosphere in the country. I think the support that the fans show for their athletic teams is second to none.
Though the Cyclones are not known for having a great football program from past years, they are still known for having a great fan base among the top 25 in the country. CF native Austin Anderson explains his personal experience.
It's just phenomenal. It's unmatched by any university that I've ever experienced. It's just something where the football team here hasn't always been successful until this year. We're obviously kind of taking that next step right now.
In fact, when basketball season rolls around, the Cyclones are known for having one of the toughest places to play in the whole nation. This is because of all the energy that Ames, Iowa produces.
The fans are passionate, they're energetic, they show up whether you win or you lose, and that's very important for a fan base. So it's really, again, I think it's as good as any fan base in the nation.
A total of 49 students from CF's 2018 class are now attending Iowa State University, which makes it CF's most committed school. In second, it was UNI with 47, and in third, it was Iowa with 20.
My advice would be, if you want a good 4 years, go to Iowa State University. If you don't,
go to Iowa.
University of Iowa is a good option.
Yeah, definitely. Second best.
KU is a good option. But yeah, if you want a good 4 years, definitely Iowa State.
Iowa State University is best known for their science and technology programs, but also rank among the top 20 when it comes to agriculture. They also have a good business, management, and veterinarian program. But one thing Iowa State is best known for is for having loyal fans that will always be there to support their team.
This is Jack Jorgensen reporting for the Tiger Hiline.
This story is by Daniel Mitchell about the Waterloo Writing Project.
Inside of a grave for stepping to this. Matter of fact, I'm so insane when I speak, I could challenge everybody who thinks that they are a giant and they get defeated like I was playing Dark Souls and it's a riot. With my right hand, I'm slashing and dicing and ripping people in half like a bison and then cook it up. Matter of fact, over the fire, when the spit is fires and I keep spitting and never retire because I go in. Matter of fact, I go out. I'm inside of a paradox and I shift into a pivot now. So where am I at? The universe, it disappears, it turns to black. But my words are just facts, and that's a fact.
That was just a little piece of what they do at the Waterloo Writing Project, the safe space for writers to write anything imaginable. On Sunday, I got a chance to sit with the co-founder and a couple of the original writers when WWP first got started to see what WWP is all about.
The WWP over those 3 years has seen about 100 beautiful writing souls, but right now we have roughly 30, and that's about where we cap out. So when we think about allowing kids to do something, I think about those words, and Typically in school, you're allowed to do a certain set of things. Here, it was really created based on what the students wanted. So we provide an opportunity, you might say, for students to write, publish, and perform, and then encourage each other. And then from that, we've gained some press, and our name has gotten out there, and people are now requesting that we come, and requesting places for our students to go, our authors to go and perform, and places for them to publish, which is awesome. Youth Voice.
My name is Joshua Lee Mitchell, co-founder of the Dave Levine.
I'm Kalilia.
At WWP, what I do is I'm a poet. I make little raps, little spoken word pieces, the whole shebang,
I write a lot. I do a lot of spoken word and a lot of raps, but mostly just spoken.
What I like about WWP is that you can write like whatever, but like it's not like, oh, I'm writing like, it's not like you're writing for like school. Like you can write literally what you want. Like it doesn't have to be like a certain thing unless it's like an event that you have to go to, then obviously. But you can just write anything, because at school it's more of a strict, choppy, like no, you have to write like a 5-paragraph, 10 pages, and it's like, what? But here you just have the freedom of writing by yourself.
So being a part of this, I've had to really learn how to listen to students even more than when I first started. That I knew students should have a place to be heard. So my plans for the future really involve finding new and different ways to listen to what students are saying, as well as to the community, and inviting community to be a part of listening to the students and supporting them. I know that already happens, but for that to happen here at the Waterloo Writing Project, so that we can all collectively plan for the future of what a space like this can be for the youth.
This is a safe space for me, and it gives me a lot of opportunities to perform my pieces, and a lot of my friends are here, so I know that it's going to be lit, and I can write a lot of things, because I have trouble writing at home sometimes, but here it's like they give you a time frame and they give you opportunities to share it, so I get a lot more done here, I feel like, because I have people holding me accountable, and it's also just a creative space to get your ideas down on paper.
My friend Kevin Roberts, who was a colleague, and I taught at Carver. I was literacy coach, he was a teacher, and we both realized that the students there had amazing writing. Like writing that would have you on your toes, word choice that would make you think, metaphors that took you places. But test scores and other press in the news kept showing negative sides of youth and the community. And so we thought there needs to be a third space. There needs to be another space for students who want to express themselves in a different way than sports. So we thought about a writing workshop. And that's the Waterloo Writing Project.
Well, that is all for this week. We hope you have enjoyed it. We plan on releasing these episodes bi-weekly, so search for us in October, when we will bring you more stories from the heart of Iowa.